We asked around for cool things to do in Beijing, and going to the 798 Art District was a top recommendation. It's a thriving artistic community located in old decommissioned military factory buildings. Here you can find Chinese contemporary art, some works of Ai Weiwei, and even the Beijing Queer Film Festival. Walking in the alleyways, you will even come across local artists who will draw your portrait for a small price. Jessica and I sat down to be sketched and kind of regret it.
Hilarious. They drew us as a couple.
After visiting the art zone, it was time for lunch. Specifically, the most famous dish in the former Peking duck.
Who's this?
It's Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger. Interesting. So Mao ate here, Henry Kissinger ate here, and now we,
Okay.
2 tubs of lard, are eating here.
Yes. It was one of the staples of the imperial court during the Ming Dynasty, but you can have it pretty much anywhere today. To be honest, the duck we had didn't taste that much different from the ones we've had in Manila, but this restaurant does serve it with a killer twist. It's Peking duck dipped in sugar. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
It's evil.
As night fell, our time in Beijing came to a close. One thing has been undeniable throughout our conversations in Beijing. It's that China today is a land of opportunity. And while today's Chinese, both young and old, are coming to grips with their country's refound wealth and global influence, Beijing can be a city in a gold rush for anyone who moves here. I heard that from a few unlikely people, the Filipino expats that I met for karaoke.
Right now we are at
This is San Litun. It's a very international place. You'll see all these brands, shopping malls, these boutiques, bars, etc.
What were your first impressions of Beijing when you first got here?
I think it's a city of surprises. I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't have very high expectations of this city before I came. From what I've read in the news, I expected this to be a boring city, a simpler life than what I led before. And I'm surprised that Beijing's nightlife is so alive, something that we could compare to Western countries even.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. Do Chinese people like to drink?
Yes, they drink a lot. And I already thought, I thought of myself as a heavy drinker. But when I came here, it's different. Like I pale in comparison.
What time do the bars close in the clubs?
Some of them can go on until the next morning.
So there's no curfew here?
No, there's no curfew.
In communist China,
there was
a curfew, but now in communist China, there's no curfew.
Yeah, it's really a different country now. As a foreigner, as an expat, it's an ideal place to be in, except for the pollution. That's what we all complain about. But other than that, I think it's a very livable city. It's walkable. Public transportation is good. Traffic is so heavy. It's something that I'm used to in Manila. But at least here, I have the option to walk.
If you were to ask a person from Manila what their life would be like, it would be like maybe work, traffic, home, work, traffic, home. In Beijing, what is it?
Yeah, I would say I have a work-life balance here, something I never had since I began working. I can take online classes, I can take language classes, and then I have my weekends to myself.
Do you see yourself staying here for a long time?
Yes, I do. Like maybe 5 years. I really want to learn the language. I know that it's becoming an advantage for anyone who wants to have an international career, especially in news. This is the world's second largest economy. Anything that happens in China has global repercussions. People watch China. I want to make this the centerpiece of my career as a journalist.
So this is Beijing. It's an ancient city that has become a 21st century showcase of commerce and communications. Gleaming skyscrapers coexist with historical landmarks, while the young are redefining what it means to be Chinese in an increasingly borderless world.
Beijing is past, and now it's the future. Meeting the people who make up this ever-changing megacity, we found where the superpower draws its strength and energy. And with everything we hear in the news these days, we may have gotten a glimpse of our own future too.